Hello, this is Lorrie Hargis, and I am so excited to share with you our October health forecast. Well, this summer has been super busy, right? And now we're into autumn. And a lot of times when we come into autumn, we start feeling a little bit tired because we've expended a lot of energy in the summer. You know, we're gardening, doing sports, we're getting out more, we're staying out late at night. And so it's a time for us, autumn is, where we can pull ourselves back in and start helping ourselves re-energize, okay? So October is all about re-energizing yourself. When we re-energize ourselves, we also start rebuilding our immune system. We get all that chi flowing through us, right? Through that conception vessel, and get that energy flowing through our energy field and our physical body. An essential oil that we can use, and this essential oil, what makes it so interesting is there are two different parts of the plant that are steam distilled. There's the leaf and then there's the bark. And it is cinnamon. And right now in the States, when I got here, as soon as I walked into the airport, LAX airport, I started smelling cinnamon because Americans love it. And living in France, people, they like cinnamon, but not like we do. And so my husband and my daughter would walk, and also friends would come into the States and go, wow, that was really powerful. And cinnamon is a very powerful essential oil. And the one that is the most powerful is cinnamon leaf. This comes from the leaf of the cinnamon plant. And the reason it's so powerful is because it contains eugenol. And eugenol, you say, what is eugenol? Well, eugenol is a chemical constituent of cinnamon that makes it one of the most antiviral, antibacterial, analgesic essential oils. And it also is anti-parasitic. Another thing that you have to always remember about cinnamon leaf is it shouldn't be used with children under 8 years of age because that's how powerful it is. It's hot. So what I've done is I've taken cinnamon leaf here, the essential oil, and I'm gonna put it on a smelling stick, and I'm gonna show you guys here how it looks on a smelling stick. So I'm gonna pour a little bit there on it. And you can see it's this brownish, reddish color, okay? And when you smell cinnamon leaf, it just instantly warms you up. I mean, I can feel my extremities already warmed up, right? And it has this sweet aroma and warm aroma when you smell it. And you're like, oh, this is so nice. Plus it's got these wonderful benefits, right? The thing is because it's so powerful, you only need to use like 1 drop when you're working in a blend, say that's 3%. So an average 23 drops of essential oil goes into 1 ounce of carrier oil. So of those 23 drops, you'd only be using 1 or 2 drops of it if it's gonna go on your skin. Because it's so powerful, it can irritate your skin. And this is the reason why we don't use it on small children. And I like to use it in formulations for viruses. And this month, you are going to be getting videos of me talking about how to use cinnamon leaf essential oil. Especially since we're going to be doing our master class in 1 week on viruses. So believe me, cinnamon leaf essential oil and cinnamon bark essential oil will be in that master class. And so let's now go to cinnamon bark. But before I get this poured, I want to let you know that cinnamon leaf contains not only eugenol, but it does contain cinnamaldehyde. And cinnamaldehyde is great. It's also antiviral, antibacterial, but great for the respiratory system. Okay, so remember those two chemical constituents. And now I'm going to take another smelling stick here, and I'm going to pour cinnamon bark on it. Okay. All right. Now, this cinnamon bark, it also has a reddish tint to it, brown, but it's a little more clear. All right. So now let's smell it. This one's deeper. It's much deeper when you smell it, more profound. It goes deeper into your chest. And as you smell it, you smell the beautiful middle notes of it, the sweet aspect. It just makes your mouth water, right? And also reminds me more of the holidays that are coming up. And you know, when you put it in apple cider, right? Cinnamon, you put pieces of cinnamon bark in it. It's just so warming, heartwarming is really what it is to me. Good memories of it. And it's very energizing also, just as cinnamon leaf is. Now, cinnamon bark also contains cinnamaldehyde, but that's its major chemical constituent. And eugenol is part of it too, but it's down the line. It's not as high. So that's the difference when you smell this. Cinnamon leaf is super hot, okay? And it's sweet too, and it's warming, but it's hot. When I smell it, it affects my extremities. It's the eugenol in it. And it also is analgesic because of the eugenol in it. Now this one, cinnamon bark, it's sweet, it's warming, but it's more deep and more profound, and it really hits me more in my chest, okay? And so we're gonna be using both of these essential oils, cinnamon bark and cinnamon leaf, in our upcoming master class on a holistic approach to viruses. And a lot of people have come down with the virus recently. I was just at the AIA conference, and people, you know, some people said they came home and they had the virus. We're always going to have a virus. That's the way it is. We're gonna have new viruses. We're gonna have, you know, a different form of the virus that we all had to deal with before. For 2 years. And so, you know, this is the reason why we want you to understand about cinnamon leaf and cinnamon bark and how you can use those. So you'll be able to check those out, check that information out in my blog. And also we're going to be sending you videos with our emails. So make sure on our email list. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And check out the link in the blog, in the YouTube channel below, and check out our blog, okay? That way you can see, because we're gonna give you some formulations on how to use these two different essential oils of cinnamon. And it's one of the most energetic and revitalizing essential oils, plus it's antiviral, antibacterial. Can't wait to share more with you about cinnamon bark and cinnamon leaf essential oil to help you revitalize yourself and be energized in the month of October. Don't forget your essentials. Use your common sense. Au revoir.